Bhutan being in a very sensitive area, we are impacted more by climate change. And although these have been specifically listed in our national key result areas and also in the global goals of sustainable development goals, for the first time, the National Commission of Women and Children has conducted a survey to see the impact of climate change, especially in relations to gender and how it impacts women.
We have done a study and assessment in 3 sectors: agriculture, waste and energy. And we will be launching that report during the International Women's Day celebrations.
And the findings from this study, which was conducted across the country, showed that nearly everyone, 85% of the respondents, felt that climate change has impacted their life.
Ani alinchi chu tele chelu chu ani sumberia tele doma di chu beda chap di se nama chap ne digi tele jumbe ke mitwe yim gibe namen semi kambe shumilase
पहिले त यति बेला त निकै तातो फर्किन्थ्यो नि त अब अहिले त जाडै छ अब समय नै त हजुर बदलिँदैछ नि त.
But what has really come out in a very surprising manner is that more than 55% of the respondents said that the females was more impacted by climate change than males.
बेसी नै दिदी बहिनी आइमेहरूको त अति नै दुःख त छ
गलत नौसम चिचिरे चिमना am digita gobe ile चिमना गिला दिसया कारा नांगी am gi begota चिची पमदि चलेरा कांगल माचे सोची होने में से.
And therefore we can definitely say now for certainty that climate change is not gender neutral.
Because of climate change and because of the reduction in agricultural productivity, most times the men tend to migrate out of the community.
미디기나 마두 바다수 마차리 조아주세야소 나도 미들루 강을 남섬에 레레니니 두미들루 강을 남섬에 중매.
As it is, women's workload is much higher than the males because of the informal care setting.
aloni sogobe den nausem chinchi ani tagobe delen la achiri tagobe ani beuda ngaran na henke bemi chu ngara tra na sa di michi अनि बेन्दिगे खंगले मपले जुमे
अब बिमारी भएर सुते भने नानी भोकै हुन्छ, नानीलाई खुवाउनु पर्यो, उ गाई बस्तु भोकै हुन्छ, सुँगुर पाल्नु पर्यो, बाख्रा पालेको हुन्छ,
त्यो पैसाको लागि पालेको.
अन्त बुढाहरू अब कमाउनु गएको हुन्छ, कुनै बुढाले त अब कमाउनु गएको हुन्छ, कमाएर पनि ल्याउँदैन, पछाडी त्यस्तै खाली आउँछ. अन्त हामी बुढीहरूले त कति टेन्सन हुन्छ नि, लुगा लाएको नि फाटिन्छ, नानीहरूलाई पनि नयाँ लुगा दिनु सक्दैन.
Because of climate change, the workload has further increased. And this is because of the nature of climate change in which there is unpredictable rainfall.
जो मैंने देखी अच्छी कि इकाना जो एग्रीकल्चर की लाभ देने दी ना मिसने प्रॉब्लम तेन में ऐसे शुरू
गोमाशोई चमन नि दी मजूर मिनम जुरानी इधर के गोत पकम नि ते दीबू जुरबला आना मिना ले जिंगे उन्यो हंगे पकम लिप के दिस के लिप मला मिनी मालिक पिजु खदी उन्यो लिप पकम नि जो दीबू छमो भेला आना मिना ले.
There is erratic water supply and many water sources are drying. As a result, women have to go further and take longer time to fetch water.
Chudi me bangale tilinte changra thutin disoede hinsan sabe ani disoe beramiswala.
It has also led to some social issues within the household, both on the part of the man who has left.
यस्तो बुढाले टेन्सन दिन त पाउँदैछ नि डिप्रेसन. अब दिनभरि त हामी काम गर्दै रहेछ हो, काम गरेर त भुलिँदैछ नि. अन्त बेलुका सुत्दाखेरि त नि पुरा सोच्दैछ. राति सुत्नु सक्दैन सर. बन्द यो कुरा सोचेको कुरा बेसी खेल्दैछ नि. अन्त राति सुत्नु सक्दैन. त्यहाँदेखि चाहिँ त्यो भएर चाहिँ हामीलाई चाहिँ बेसी सोचाइ भएपछि चाहिँ पुरा त्यो हुँदै रहेछ नि, डिप्रेसन पाउँदो रहेछ.
And also sometimes social issues that came to pass within the community itself.
अब यस्तो बस्दै बस्दै गएपछि मान्छेको मन भनेको चाहिँ यति मोटा हुन्छ कि त्यहाँदेखि उसले अर्कोमा इच्छा गर्नु थाल्छ, अर्कोले अर्कोमा इच्छा गर्नु थाल्छ। किनभने यिनी भेट नभएपछि त्यो प्रेम चाहिँ मान्छेको चाहिँ कम्ती कम्ती हुँदै जान्छ। त्यो प्रेम कम्ती भएपछि चाहिँ डिभोर्स हुने चान्स छ। त्यो चाहिँ मेरो एउटा इक्जाम्पल हो सर। किनभने अब भन्दै भन्दै कुराले कुरा पुग्यो, मेरो पनि त्यस्तै भएको।
Semila kamirang sem kam ne ji bonyong pa jang ta ni jule ha pa ni. Ning samang de la sem kam ne ji nyong ni bula. Ut da bro klai mar betinda. Ni rokte zala kyo rokte jamala jame kyo.
The women have to take care of also taking care of the income in the family. Therefore, they have to do more work and also look at alternative forms of generating income.
The opportunity here is also to see whether we can improve their earnings through cottage and small industries, so that there will, in one way, so that there will not be a lot of out-migration.
The government, in collaboration with the agriculture sector and with our development partners, also need to look at improved agricultural practices, improved varieties of seeds, and in climate resilient agricultural practices.
The statistics actually tell us that there are more women who are working in the agricultural sector than men. So again, all the more reason for women to have access to climate smart agriculture knowledge and technologies.
There are many new varieties of products which have been recently introduced, such as quinoa and ground apple, that require less rainfall and also fetches better prices in the market. So these will definitely help the women in reducing their workload and generating more income for their families.
It is important that we give waste management a greater focus, because we can also see around us how much it is overtaking the environment, the pristine environment that we have.
This has also become a big problem, as we all know that waste contributes to climate change. So women have to shoulder the responsibility of even taking care of the waste.
Even a recent study by NSB also found that women are the main managers of waste at the source and also at the end when we recycle or upcycle waste.
As a result, many women, we're very happy to note, is that they have taken up compost activities.
It helps them raise their incomes. At the same time, it helps them to reduce the impacts of climate change indirectly.
One of the areas is in energy, especially in relations to cooking and the use of fuel in cooking.
And women are again in the forefront when it comes to this, because when you look at the recent past, there have been a lot of negative impacts on their health and on the health of both women and children within the household, especially when there is use of fuel wood in the household.
Smokeless stoves and smokeless ovens, which were encouraged in the villages. However, many respondents have said that they use increased wood fuel, and as a result, they have to spend more time looking for wood. Therefore, the government needs to invest in providing better energy efficient, clean and stoves and alternative sources of energy.
So one area is biogas, and many of the rural communities and households are now opting for biogas as an option.
The biogas needs fuel which comes from the dung of animals, and therefore it will also encourage them to keep domestic animals such as cows so that they can get milk, and also use the dung from them to generate biogas, which will be very helpful for them in their cooking practices. Another critical area is the transport sector, and here also I think there is in Bhutan many people tend to believe that they must own a car, and the reason for this is because there is very limited public transport. And again here the women are impacted more because they tend to travel more in terms of going for shopping, selling their wares, going for zomdus and doing other works. Therefore there is an urgent need for improving public transportation and also ensuring that there are means of transportation for the women in the communities. So what this study has shown us is that the government needs to implement programs that will support women, especially in relation to climate change. There is a need to analyze the data that we have in relation to climate change and see how these are impacting. And therefore, currently, from these limited findings that we have, it is important that the government invests in enhancing the entrepreneurship of the women in the communities and in the villages, such as in agribusinesses, improving ecotourism, looking at sources of market, providing markets for their products, and also, as I mentioned, in the transport sector, enhancing transportation for public transportation systems for the women in the communities. The government also needs to enhance the capacity, especially of the gender focal persons in the communities and also the R&R sector, to see how they can better support the women in the communities.
It is also important that NCWC and NEC cannot do anything alone. We need the support of all the sectors, especially the priority sectors under the NDCs, to achieve the targets that we have set out for ourselves, and also to consistently keep up Bhutan's overall vision of being carbon neutral for all times to come.